it. Bad. So in order for you to be a respectable individual, you have to carefully consider the feelings and emotions and thoughts of other people. And of us being individuals that are walking in wisdom, we should be respectable individuals anyway. See, what individuals think about me, this is the thing that the Most High has shown me throughout my journey. I've been down in Atlanta. I've been down in Florida. I've been to conferences and conventions, and I've been around all these people that make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month, $100,000 a month. I've been around some people that made $100,000 in one day. I've been around somebody that made $1 million in one day. So it's easy for you to be around these individuals and to struggle with the inferiority complex. It's easy for you to get around these individuals and feel like they are above me. Listen, let me tell you all something in this room. If you have the Spirit of the Most High working within you, you are beyond rich. What does it say in Revelation 2:9? Though thou art poor, yet thou art rich. You are wealthy. So what I have to do is when I approach these individuals, listen, I don't care how much money you made in the last 6 months. You are not better than me. You just learned how to make, you just learned and put your effort and your accountability, your skills, your efforts, and your thoughts towards this one area over here. Don't you know a lot of these people out here that are making millions of dollars a year, their families are shattered? You know how many I've come across, they've been divorced 1 or 2 or 3 times already? Money is not everything. So that's why we're trying to help you get wisdom and wealth. Because if you get the wisdom, you're going to keep the wealth. If you get the wisdom, you're going to keep the relationships. Everything is going to flow intact. All right, so anything else about respect before we move on to the importance of wisdom? All right, importance of wisdom. So this is what we're going to share today. We're going to talk about wisdom. And I want to ask you all today, you know, what does wisdom mean to you? Anybody was here to say, you know, wisdom is wisdom important to you or is it not? And evidently, I mean, and if it's not, it's okay. Because the thing about it is we're trying to enlighten the consciousness of our people. We don't expect for everyone in this room to think that wisdom is supposed to be very valued, especially when you're in your 20s, especially when you're 15. You might not gonna think wisdom is something that I really need to really hone into, but you will see as time progresses that if I had the wisdom earlier on in life, I would have not have made the same decisions that I've been making. So like if you put down a big old bag of gold right here, bars of gold, big treasures, and then you had over here clay tablets filled with wisdom. 99.9% of the people are going to reach for the bars of gold. Very few are going to go for the writings of clay. I'm trying to lead you all to the writings of clay, the clay tablets of wisdom, so that you can value them. Now pay attention to this. This is just a little book right here of paper. But imagine if every one of you had to spend tedious hours through the night carving the clay tablets. Carving with the smell of the wick hitting your nostrils and it paining your head and it giving you headaches. And you had to just sit there and engrave all these words in here. Would you have a greater value and appreciate it for it? We want you to appreciate it without having to go through all those things. So real quickly around the room, what does wisdom mean to you?
The application of knowledge and experience.
The application of, that's a beautiful definition without it being Webster. Application of knowledge and experience. You got all three of those connecting together. Application, you got knowledge, you got experience, all right? What does wisdom mean to you? You can. I appreciate the respect. You can speak up loud for us. What does wisdom mean to you? If you don't have an answer, don't worry about it. Because to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that when we say, what does wisdom mean? What does it mean to you? A lot of people are like, I don't know.
Application, hearing, testimony.
The hearing testimonies? So are you gaining the valuable treasure from the testimony?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is experience. And this is what we have done through the pages of the book over there, is that we have gathered testimonies from others so that we don't have to make the same mistake. How many people want to put their hand into the socket just to find out if I'm going to get electrocuted or not? I was out at a pop-up place selling my books, and one individual said, well, you know, and I see what you're doing with your books and everything, you know, but people need to find out this for themselves. They need to learn the hard way. I said, listen, man, I don't need to be with 1,000 different women to find out that that's going to mess me up and turn me away from the Most High, like Solomon did. He wrote that down on paper for a reason. He told you that vanity is vexation of the spirit for a reason. It's up for us. So what about you back there, Blaze? What you got?
I want to say wisdom is safety and security. In a nutshell, that can go off with a few different avenues, but summarize it up, safety and security.
So wisdom is to you is safety and security. I like that. I like that. It does allow you to have some safety, security if you operate in it. If it give you a confidence. We're gonna go with Bryce.
Basically using your past experiences for future reference.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Taking those past experiences and using them for future references. That's a golden nugget right there for my man Bryce. All right, now we're going to go to Jonathan, the professor. You got something else you want to add to that?
I was going to say, you got like a pen and paper I can use? I ain't
Absolutely,
bringing it myself.
absolutely. Let's go. He got you right there. All right, that's what I'm talking about. You appreciate those and see the value in it. Taking notes. All right, so we're going to go to the professor here in a second.
I don't have any paper, but I got it.
All right, I got some paper for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, so what's up? What is wisdom to you?
The gatekeeper of true success.
The gatekeeper of true success. Look at him, man. We should have known he's going to come with something philosophical.
Poetic.
Poetic and philosophical, all right? The gatekeeper of true success. I like that. Profound. Leron, when you think about wisdom, what do you think about back there? A change of opinion? Okay, okay. I like that. Give other people a change of opinion. So, what the definition of wisdom is, it is the ability to live skillfully. Skillfully. When you think about wisdom, you think about skill. That's the definition of when you see it in the scripture. You see the skillful artisans, the artisans, when the Most High put the spirit on Bezalel and Aholiab, and they made these custom garments, they were skillful in doing that. Also could mean shrewd. Also could mean subtle. That's why the scripture tells us to be wise as a serpent, harmless as doves, wise as serpents. Serpents are subtle, more subtle than any beast of the field. What it tell about the serpent in Genesis chapter 3? It was more subtle. So just because a serpent can operate and be subtle don't mean that subtle is always a bad thing as it relates to wisdom. We have to be, if the Messiah tells us to be wise like serpents, then we have to take that into consideration on how they move, how they act, all that. Not saying we're supposed to be the snake. You know, we use snake and always in a negative connotation. But the wisdom aspect of it. The quality, the dictionary definition of wisdom is the quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. The quality of having experience, knowledge, and good judgment. So this is where, as we continue to seek and search after the hidden treasures of wisdom, we're going to have knowledge, we're going to have good judgment. Goes back to wisdom being the playbook. It's the instruction manual. It gives you the answers to the test. How many people here would like to have how many people here, they love those tests in class in school when you had the answers already? Open book quizzes. Or if you was already prepared for the test, you was ready to go. This is what this does for you in real life. It prepares you for what's going to happen, and it gives you the answers to answer when it does happen. It lets you know, okay, listen, if you do this, this is going to happen. But okay, if you stay away from this, this is going to lead you away from this. But if you do go ahead and say, I'm going to try it out for myself, know that this is going to happen. It gives you all of it. So that's why when I found this hidden treasure years ago, you know, some of you all, according to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, it says that she is a treasure unto men that never fails. All right? And then when you go over here, it says that Job calls it hidden. I'm going back to Job 28. It says that Job calls it hidden. Wisdom of Solomon calls it treasure. You know, I call it the hidden treasure when you put both of those together. But when I found that hidden treasure, I've been on a journey for the rest of my life of searching and seeking and finding out more about it. The spiritual application of the practical side of it. And this is a more down-to-earth definition of wisdom. Knowing the difference between right and wrong and choosing what's right. Knowing the difference between right and wrong and choosing what is right. Something that we need to take heed to. But how are you going to know what's right if you don't meditate on the instructions of wisdom? How are you going to know what's right if you don't go over your own life and look at yourself? One of the greatest pieces of advice that I can give to anyone in this room today, this will yield you more than gold right here. It's at the end of every day, take 10 to 15 minutes to evaluate the deeds of that day. What are the things that you did right? What are some of the things that you did wrong? Evaluate those things. Gain the valuable treasure from that. And it will cause you to not make the same mistakes over and over again. How many of us in this room, especially my brothers in their 40s, how many of y'all made mistakes over and over again without evaluating those decisions? I throw my hands up high. So many mistakes being made over and over and over again because I did not evaluate the deeds of that day. So when tomorrow came, I made the same mistake the next day. And the same mistake next day. And when we talk about financial literacy, right? We're going to be talking about that when we get down to that in a couple weeks from now. How many of us have made the same mistakes over and over again with our finances? All right? I've had to understand this or understand this, that I can't be emotional with my money. I have to be practical. I have to be logic with my money. Because when I'm emotional with my money, if I have a good day and I sell a car, I'm going out and I'm taking my whole family out to dinner. And I'm dropping down 90 bucks. But if I'm logical with my money, I'm going to say, does this make sense right now? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm going to be strategic in how I move. I was talking to my brother over there, and he know me and his wife, or I call my sister. He said, you know, y'all like to spend. And this, I say, brother, that was in the past, brother. I'm watching the money now. I'm watching to see where it goes. You know, and he's probably gonna be giving you all some information on budgeting here in the next couple of weeks. But I heard one of the best definitions of budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. I tell my money where it's going now. I don't wonder where it's went. So many nights I woke up the next morning, I'm checking my pockets, and where did all my money go? Well, you did go out here, you did go do this, you did this, you did go over here, you got you a beverage, you doing this. And you keep that pattern up. And you're not tracking your expenses where you're going to end up at. The person talks about it in the book of Proverbs, it said the person that does not, the person that troubles their house, they will inherit the wind. They're going to be sleeping out, they're going to be sleeping outside. So it's very important to be wise, all right?